is Andre Mejia, and this is my project, Which Fruits Conduct More Electricity for SimStef 2024 to 2025. My abstract for this is the objective for this project is to find electricity conducted through types of fruits. I decided to use a voltmeter to test the difference of voltage between dependent and independent variables that could occur during experimentation. I used apples, oranges, avocados, and tomatoes. I inserted the voltmeter's negative and positive inputs inside the fruit and found its maximum voltage output. In addition, I found the average of the inputs by adding the voltages and dividing them by how many fruits there are. My problem hypothesis are, can different amounts of electricity be conducted through fruits as a conduit? My hypothesis is I can infer that when I change the type of fruit, there will be different amounts of electricity conducted in the voltage output because each fruit has many different amounts of acidity, water, and electrolytes. In my research, I found how many different types of fruits can conduct electricity, and I'll show you why different amounts of electricity can be conducted through those fruits. In addition, I chose to do this project because I wanted to continue on my previous project last year titled Can Electronics Use Plants as a Conduit? And follow up by using fruits to see if they could also conduct electricity and which fruit could conduct the most. This is my summarized research essay. I have more, but to keep it simple, I summarized it for you guys. Electrolytes are created by using the solar energy that the fruits have collected to create their own energy to conduct their electricity from their body and stem. It is used to create nutrients and more electrolytes for the fruit, plus release oxygen for the environment. In addition, the energy in its body is also transferred to other animals and organisms in the food cycle. Renewable energy is energy that can be processed and used again, such as solar, wind, geothermal, hydro, and wave energy, because they can be used again and not depleted, unlike other non-renewable energy like fossil fuels, coal, natural gas, and nuclear energy, which cannot be reprocessed and only have a one-time use. The reason we should use renewable energy in our lives, such as plants, is very simple, because renewable energy doesn't remain a harmful source, but it remains a useful source for a healthier environment without harming others unlike fossil fuels. Renewable energy is the essence of a greater future of healthier environments, causing less sickness for people and positive impacts for major places, such as the ice caps of Antarctica and the Arctic. In conclusion, my study has led me to one conclusion. Different types of fruits conduct varying amounts of electricity because of electrolytes, and there are many different types of electrolytes affecting the amount of electricity, such as citric acid, potassium, and calcium. My annotated bibliography is from how many people I used in my sources. So Singver, Textbook of Environment and Ecology, where I found information on renewable energy, photosynthesis, and stored plant energy. Pachenko VA, modeling the energy prior of a biogas plant based on the solar module of very design, where I found information on renewable energy and biogas energy. In continued, I also found Sehovenville combined utilization of electricity and thermal storages in a highly renewable energy system within an island society, where I found information on how energy is made through photosynthesis. In addition, I also found by Mola Salim sustainable solution to the critical challenges of an oceanic wave farm for maximizing power generation, where I found information on the use of renewable energy in foreign countries. And finally, in the Environmental Protection Agency, Composting at Home, I found information on the use of composting and what composting is. Another source I found was Pittman and Davis, fresh from the Sun Belt. Why does citrus fruit produce electricity? I found information on why citrus acid produces electricity and how it does. The materials and equipment I used for this project was a voltmeter, a Granny Smith apple, a blood orange, an avocado, a banana, a tomato, a positive input to the right side of the fruit, a negative input to the left side of the fruit. My variables were the dependent variable was the type of fruit, which were apples, avocados, oranges, bananas. My independent variable was the amount of electricity conducted from each fruit. My constant was the negative and positive input are still on the opposite side. My experimental control were the fruits all refrigerated and are all different. The procedure and method I used for this project was to use the voltmeter and insert the positive and negative input on opposite sides of the fruit. I found results in the difference between millivolts of its maximum electricity conducted. Then I recorded the results in my science fair journal, and then I repeated it with the next fruit. The results I got were amazing. The independent variables changed a lot within the different types of fruits during experimentation. When I changed the dependent variable, the independent variable always changed because there was always different amount of electrolytes stored within each fruit. This causes the electricity conducted to either be low or high, with apples being as low as 5 millivolts, while avocados had as high as 50.5 millivolts. In conclusion, different amounts of electricity was conducted through unlike fruit types as a conduit, and my experimentation caused me much shock because I was in disbelief with the results I got when applying my previous experiment of using plants as a conduit. The highest I got with my plant experiment was 8.0 millivolts, but when I used varying fruits, I was confounded. I got results as high as 50.5 millivolts for an avocado. The results for the four other independent variables were 7 millivolts with a tomato, 5 millivolts for an apple, 34.5 millivolts with blood orange, and 24.5 millivolts with the bananas. This is the end of my video. Thank you for listening.